Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Vobie One-Eyed Kenobi Showbie with the lovely Julia.
And the lovely Richard.
It's very nice to be here on the 1st of April 2022. Pinch, punch and...
First of the month and all that. And it was snowing today.
It was snowing today, and that's no lie. It was snowing briefly. Not for very long, though, was it?
It's like the weather knew it was the 1st of April.
Yeah, it was like, see me, not see me. She sees me, she doesn't see me.
Sunshine, snow.
It's
Sunshine, snow.
It's been a very strange weather. Oh, yes. There we are. The show is now officially started.
Nobody had to remind us.
No, for once, this show is almost
look.
easy to do.
Look how purple-handed they are.
Oh, my goodness. What's happened to your purple hands? Did you dip them into a big vat? Were you stirring up a big boiling vat of cats?
I was crushing grapes with my bare hands, trying to make the finest of wines.
And did you bring any of that lovely fine wine in for us to sample on tonight's show?
No.
Oh.
So well, yes, if you want to sup my hair.
Oh, have you been dipping your hair into a vat of dye again?
Yes.
Oh, marvellous.
Actually,
yes. I thought your hair smelt of blueberries and things of that ilk.
Yes.
Yes. It is Friday, ladies and gentlemen. The weekend is coming. I've got a big weekend coming up of upheaval in the old household.
Upheaval and hard work.
Yes, well, I'm hoping that other people will be doing the hard work. I should be filming, which, of course, is actually, as you explained, just there. It is incredibly hard work, pressing the little red button on top of the camera.
You love to jest, but he does work hard.
Yes, he does.
Tim will account for that.
Exactly. I do paint and hold a camera at the same hand. And Ricky...
He'll also attest to that.
He'll attest to having me
and
testified.
And
Colonel Cragratty. Yes.
And the rest of them.
And the rest of the gang.
Shall I list them?
No. Because there's too many. That would be the show, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Colonel Cragratty is out there. He says, as it snowed, I got my ice axe and crampons out. But then it was gone. It was that quick. Yep. It's a good job it doesn't do that when he's climbing up a mountain. 1 minute snowing, he's like, hang on, everything all geared. No. Down we go. especially an ice mountain. That would be good. No good.
A nice mountain or an ice mountain?
Yes, a nice ice mountain. Rachel Tier says, have you spotted any more mice? Oh, yes, I have a mouse.
Yes, I heard all about it this morning, but...
Yeah, I came downstairs and I went to make a cup of coffee, and this mouse, this tiny little black blur. What was that? And the thing was, the other night, I woke up in the night, and I woke up, my house sometimes creaks as the ghosts...
As they do.
Yeah, as the ghosts walk about with their chains and their wails, going... I'm used to all of that, but exactly. And these creepy hands that come under the
ghost.
What?
Sorry, what?
But the creepy hands that come under the bedclothes and grab you by the throat as you're sleeping, and you're going, oh, what was that? Oh, it seems to, stop your breathing for a few moments. Anyway. So I'm used to all of that.
Yeah.
And the knocks at the door and there's nobody there and the hideous faces at the window. Used to all of that. But I woke up in the middle of the night, as you do, and I thought, I just go and visit the, the water closet. Oh. And as I stood up, there was a creak on the floorboard that I stood. And then downstairs, there was this clatter. And I thought, well, that's a bit strange. It sounded like somebody was in the house. So tentatively, I walked down the stairs.
As you do.
On my hands. I thought that would confuse a burglar because they'd be expecting my head, and instead they'd just get two legs and think, oh my God, this is a freaky house, and run. That's what I was hoping for. And of course, I collapsed down the stairs. Anyway, I didn't know there was nobody there. So when I saw the mouse this morning, I thought,
the penny dropped.
When I got out of bed and I had the creaky floorboard, the mouse downstairs ran somewhere, knocked something on the floor, which clattered down at the same time, because the coincidence was too great.
That's right, the coincidence.
Yeah, the coincidence, or the coincidence, as some people say. Kerry Baldwin says, you should try rats in the loft, flipping noisy. I think they party. Yeah, well, Eric takes care of any rats or squirrels. Apparently squirrels are worst because they're worse because they can decimate the whole. They probably do more than 10% damage. Actually, they probably destroy totally the loft. Apparently, squirrel in the loft. You don't want a squirrel in your loft if you can help it. Colonel Crowrider says if you are doing a lot of heavy shifting in the house, you may need the gift that I have for you, that you know about. Yes, I may well. Feel free to pick it up if you or Julia are heading to Hampshire soon. Well, no doubt the lovely Julia's mum, with any luck, will invite Julia and possibly a friend for a dinner engagement. And then that would be lovely, because then I can pick up the said thing that you know that I know that I know about. I think. And then we will show it off in the what we were talking about that I know about. You know?
I know.
No idea. We get this sometimes, didn't we? Sometimes we're walking along and someone will go, hey, Richard and Julia! Oh, lovely videos. How's it going? When are you going to do the walks? And then they go off and Julia looks at me expectantly as if to say...
I was going to say, no, they don't go Richard and Julia. They go, oh, Richard!
Yeah. And then she looks at me and she goes, as if to say, who's that? And I just go... No idea. No idea. Just, random viewer. No idea. And so you get a sense of what it must be like to be, in the real celestial world of fame. And if you've got that going on all day long, it must be a nightmare. But anyway.
Station Master's Choice says, I used to search for a mouse when I was growing up. There was always one hidden in those big Terence Cuneo paintings they had in all the railway stations.
Oh.
I saw a mouse... Oh, no, wait, that's the wrong one.
That's the wrong one.
I'm sure there's continuation. Oh, but not a lot of the rest of us know that.
Right. And so Terence, whatever his name is, he drew mice into the railway station.
Cuneo.
Cuneo.
Cuneo?
Yeah, yes. It's a curious name, of which we are very curious of. Anyway, on the show tonight, we have 6 videos. Now, we're going to say something tonight. The topic, as you'll see, is videos and show notes. A bit different, because we're going to do a little bit of navel gazing on the show. Every now and again, it's April the 1st, we're allowed to do this. And also we're coming into, we are in spring, aren't we?
Yeah.
And one of the show notes that I want to mention is and I've mentioned it before, I'm going to mention it again. I'm probably going to knock out one of the shows during the spring and the summer. Well, it's not that I'm going to. I am knocking out the Wednesday show, the midweek show, because as we start to get nicer weather, and we spoke about the snow, and hopefully we're going to get some sleet and some really crappy rain, that nice weather that we expect this time of year. It would be great to go off and do more of the touring and visiting and getting out and about and all of that. And if I've got to keep coming back on a Wednesday to do the show...
It's not quite going to work out so well that way, is it?
No. So, and I don't want to do one at the weekends because that is a...
No, that's when everybody's out.
Yes, and it's a sacred time for people to sit there with their close ones and hammer their heads in. So we don't want to interrupt any of that, of course. So may just top and tail the week. And sometimes, if Julia and I happen to be off on a 6-week excursion round the moon, we may have to cancel one of those Mondays or Fridays.
That's right.
Because that's how it rocks.
When is our moon visit anyway?
Our moon visit? I haven't got my dear diary on me.
Oh,
I'll have to get one. I need to get a paper... I want to go back to paper diaries as well. Because they're the sort of things you can leave in a pub. Not that I go to many pubs, so I'd never lose one, you see.
Why do you want to leave it in the pub?
I don't want to leave it in a pub. But I'm just... What I want is a paper... I want to go back to paper. This digital stuff of having it on your phone and all of this, it's just...
Well, now that I've got into having one on my phone, it's okay. But I always had a little paper one.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I
need to keep, dates that I need to be doing things.
I'm trying to get
not
back...
to write down what I have been doing,
Yes. I'm trying to get back to that more analogue lifestyle of doing things and not just having everything digital, because I do so much digital. It'd be just nice to do stuff that isn't, and writing stuff, because our handwriting fails us these days. We're all doctors now. We all have doctors' prescription handwriting because we don't practice enough. So that would be good.
Paul Carr Griffin says, I use a moleskin book, great for taking notes.
No moleskins were harmed in the process of making the book, hopefully. They're dead posh, though, aren't they? Moleskin notebooks. They're dead posh.
Dead posh moles.
Yes, dead posh moles, you see. Skinned alive at source. It's very nice, skinned alive at source.
Lots of people agreeing, can't beat a paper diary.
Yes, so I want to get back to that. I have a fountain pen, but I might embellish my life with more than one fountain. I'd love to have an inkwell. But I think you have to dig about 200 feet down to find ink, don't you? Because you get all that water and mud and slurry. And
I mispronounced. How do you pronounce that then?
What?
Paul Cargren says moleskine.
Oh, where is it?
Moleskine? I have no idea. I've never heard of it.
Moleskine. Moleskine. Is it Moleskine?
I've got no idea.
Yeah, we know.
We could probably ask Google to tell us how to pronounce it.
Yes, I'm not. You see, that's what I want to get away from.
Exactly.
I want to pick up an old-fashioned English dictionary and work out how they do their pronunciations. And then when I can't do that, I'll go back to Google, who will give me an Americanism on it.
Sean is suggesting that next week you could make a mice skin notebook.
Yes, it will be very small, with very tiny pages. But believe me, it will be real mice fur. Lovely. And little gnashing teeth strewn over on the cover. A grimace, really. Almost as if to say, damn, you got me. And then the tail, of course, would be the bookmark. Depending if it's got a long tail or a short tail. I didn't really see the tail on this thing. Have mice got long tails or short tails?
In comparison to the body, it should be the same length as their body, really.
Oh, right, there we are. This one sort of was about 6 foot long. I think it was a snake chasing a mouse.
Proportion-wise, a rat's tail should be the same length as a mouse. Just because they're bigger, it would be a big one.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It was tiny.
Teeny.
And the mouse was small too. Anyway, enough of this gay banter. Oh, I say nice. So we're going to talk about... Yes, I want to talk about a bit about the videos as well. The videos that you submit. And the reason I want to talk about that is over the years, as you will know, we've been, for no reason and no fault of your own, because I know you've gone out of your way to find copyright-free music, but for some reason, and I don't understand it, YouTube have a bit of a hissy fit all the time, and it keeps defunding things. And although the Vobes Show doesn't make us very much money from the advertisements, as I don't make very much money out of anything I do at the moment, every little helps, as they say in a supermarket, which won't
I'm not
be
going to
named.
do it. I'm not going to do it.
That's not the supermarket.
No, that's actually another one.
That's
isn't it?
another one where it's
But I
actually
always do that,
saying
though.
we've taken everything out
My
of your
head
wallet.
merges all of their little.
Yes, so you never quite know
Things.
which one is.
No,
I mean, the only
don't
one
care,
that
they're all
I
the
think
same,
about
really.
is it's a wonder of Woolies, a Woolies Christmas, and now you don't
It's
even get
gone,
Christmas at
gone,
Woolies.
Gone.
Gone.
Oh, gone.
Gone. That could be a supermarket. Gone. You go in there and you say, what would you like to buy? I'd like to buy some onions, please. Sorry, they're gone. We don't have any onions. Nuggets Van Life says, Roxy is our mouse hunter. Well, that's nice to know, Richard, because I know the lovely Julia said I could borrow one of her cats.
I've got 2 very good ratters.
But it's a cat I want. It's a
They
cat.
are cats.
Oh, they are cats. Marvellous. Yes, so I don't want to get a cat because of the responsibility. Otherwise, that cat will have to come with me in the van and it will molt everywhere and you know what they do. And I used
Casper might not like it anyway.
Casper might be upset. And if a cat molts, then you have to turn it into whiskey, don't you? It's always good to have a good molt. Anyway, so tomorrow it's going to be a bit about upheaval with the sink and stuff. So I think any holes in the wall of how the mouse is getting in will be sellotaped up.
Sellotaped.
Well, sorry, brand name. It will be sticky back plasticed up. Elaine Whitelock has just joined us and just realised you've got purple hands.
Yeah, you missed it.
Yes. Didn't the Wicked Witch of the West have purple hands or something? She had, or a purple face, didn't she? She had
She
a
was
very
green.
Oh, yeah, she was green. There we are. See, sorry, it's very simple.
No, I can't do it. I'm stuck.
Actually, that's a good another character for you. A Wicked Witch. You
Can you
did
help
that.
me up first?
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
So back to the videos rather than the mice. Back to the videos. We keep getting these copyright strikes, and it is irritating to have to keep going in and then sort of filing reports and all the rest of it. And I know it's no fault of your own, and we've been running these videos for a long, long time. And I just figured it's time for a bit of a change. And I hope you are going to go along with me with this. And I'm going to talk about that in a moment. In a moment. And also, by the way, the phone is on silent, so I can't see if you're ringing. It's actually upside down, so I have no idea because it doesn't interrupt the flow that way. But we will take your phone calls on 07934746790 a little later in the show. But first, I want to show you this. I had a parcel arrive from the lovely Mark Burgess, and he sent me a whole load of stuff. He says, now that you're out and about, hang on, here's the letter. He says, now that you're planning future excursions, I found some items today while out filming that might be of assistance or interest for further exploits. Hope you can put them to good use. Mark Burgess. And Mark, I have to say, he sent me all these goodies, quickly to go through them. Grow your own recipes, delicious dishes from Vegetable Plot and the Allotment, fantastic. Favourite camping recipes, which would be nice to refer to. These are great books to keep in the van. Favourite country soup recipes. So Mark, these are really nice. Some leaflets about the Dymchurch amusement park, a timetable for the Romney Hythe and Dymchurch Railway, and Britain's great little railways to go and visit. So it would be fun to go and visit some of those, definitely. And a Hythe visitor guide, what's in Hythe worth looking. A brochure on the Romney Hythe and Dymchurch Railway itself, bit of the history, a guide to Dungeness. And a lovely book here, Hythe, a history tour, which I have to say has some rather beautiful pictures in it. So, and an interesting sort of what you might call, I guess a history, well, it's a history tour, isn't it? So you go on the tour and look it all up. Not only that, for Julia and I, some lovely coasters, which I think we're going to live in the van. They're going to be fantastic. And a tea towel, the Romney Hythe and Dymchurch tea towel. Have a look at this. And I think this can go in the van. It's nice to have a little bit of colour, isn't it? Hang on a minute. It's all, it's on one of these funny label things. So if I snap that off. Will it open up? Yes, there we go. Look at that. So, try and get it the right way around. Oh, it goes. What a shame it's that way up. Because otherwise it could have gone in here. Like that. It might well end up doing that. Or it could go down there like that. Hang on, I've got a couple of magnets to put it into position. One there, and all my wires need sorting, and one there. A couple of magnets down the bottom. And there it is. Mark, thank you so much. That's so kind. And I don't know if Mark is out there, but very kind. Thank you very much. It was lovely. That was actually going to go in a Bald Explorer video, but I ran out of time on the thing, so I thought, I know, I'll bung it in here because he's bound to see it. But I haven't seen him in the chat, so there you go. That's life in the fast lane. You know?
He'll probably catch up later.
He'll catch up with it later. He's probably busy eating or drinking or sleeping or doing some other things.
Or otherwise living.
Yes, having a life, which is what we want. Anyway, I wanted to play that in. So videos. Been thinking about this, the videos. When we first, back in the day, suggested people send in their videos on their phones, we wanted to make life really simple. And we wanted to try and get as many people as possible sending in videos. Now, over the years, we've had some fantastic videos and people have made them and they've been absolutely great. And we're going to show in some more videos that you've sent and it's been marvellous. However, now that I'm thinking, I just want to sort of shuffle things around a bit. The original concept of the videos was to get more engagement with you and us. So that we wanted to find out what you were up to. And it's nice that you presented your walks and your bits and bobs, and some of you have set up YouTube channels on the base of it, and you know, you've all of that, which has been grand. But we thought it would be really nice to share what you get up to on a daily, weekly, whatever basis in very short little videos. So in other words, if you were to film on your phone, it's almost like you could send to us.
This way.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that way.
And you were off screen.
I'm off screen. You could send to us what you're up to in the day. So in other words, you could just say, hi, Richard and Julia. I've been down to the sea side and I've been making sandcastles in the air. And you show us a bit of what you're doing. So we get to see you more than, you know, what we have been seeing.
So the original idea was that it was roving reporters or vobing reporters, if I remember rightly.
Oh yeah, vobing reporters. That's right. Got it. My chair seems to have shrunk again.
Still dropping.
Yes, it keeps. It's a poor design.
Look,
yeah. So
Nuggets just said it.
There we are. The vobing reporters. Exactly.
Oh, and Mark Burgess says you're welcome.
Oh, that's marvellous. So thank you, Mark. I'm very. It was very nice. It came completely as a surprise, and they're lovely. I've kept the books in the van. And at the moment, the tea towel's in the van, and I intend to come down to Hythe and have a look round and follow the heritage guide. I think that would be marvellous. So yeah, so the videos, that's what I feel that we want more of, so that it takes away the pressure from you guys to either have to make a production out of it, have to learn how to edit, have to find music and all of that. And I know some of you have got that far and you do it very well, and you know, I feel that's great. But even if it's just a 1 minute piece to camera explaining, I don't know, what you're making for dinner, we want to get more of a connection with you personally rather than the places that you go to, if that makes any sense.
I don't know how the videos walked away from that, but I mean, we've been enjoying them, but
yeah, I guess people have just been inspired by the sort of videos that we've made on the other channel. But I want to differentiate that, because I feel in some ways, you know, all what you're doing ought to be on the Bald Explorer channel or on the Bald Explorer group in Facebook, because they would sit lovely there with the heritage, the landscape and the nature. But this is more of a community show. You join the community, you're part of the community. We want to know what you've been doing. It's a bit like little soap opera. So, you know, if Bernie's at his station and he's, you know, dressed up, it's lovely to find out a bit more about how he, you know, the uniform he wears and the sort of tasks. Now, I know he's shown us a video on all of that, so I'm just using that as an example. Much more personal rather than here's a shot of, you know, some flowers and here's a lake and all of that. I think that would be all right.
Oh, Daily Walker says, I've run out of tunnels. Sorry.
No, but there must be other things he does. We'd love to, you know, what you do in your spare time. Well, you're not everything you do in your spare time, obviously. There are certain things that you need to keep to yourself. But do you know what I mean? It was lovely with the robin feeding out of your hand. That was very nice. And
it was fascinating walking through the tunnels as well.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely,
brilliant.
And so more of that sort of you telling us about it. It'd been lovely to have seen you saying, you know, I'm trying to feed this robin. And
can you imagine trying to do that? I mean, we're lucky he managed to get that.
No, but I don't mean that. You see, that's where people would get confused. No, all I'm saying is you wouldn't necessarily have to see the robin coming into the hand, because I realised that.
Excuse the heavy traffic on the road.
Is that what it was? I thought a bomb had landed. I thought Russia was sending them over to stop the Vobes. No, I mean, you know, I just think it'd be nice some heads, and, you know, we don't see enough of you. We see everything around you, but we don't see enough of you.
We want to get to know you all better.
Yeah, we'll be playing in your videos, and you'll see what I mean. We see lots of landscape. We see like the dogs and the places and all of that. But we want to see you see us. We want to see you. Now, to help you do this, Sean, good old Sean, has gone out and made a couple of videos to demonstrate how easy it is. But we're going to show you one to show you just that you don't need to overthink it and make it complicated. So let's just have a look at this and see what we think. And you can tell us whether you like this or not. So not that bit, obviously.
Really?
Yeah, no, funny. So right, this is Sean's demonstrating preferred how not to actually do it.
Hello Richard, I'm going to talk to you about rhubarb. Let me just spin this round. How do I do this now? So I'm going to talk to you about rhubarb. This is rhubarb here. It's all the way down there. It's quite a big bush. And I'm going to pick a few for my dinner and make something from it. So yeah, I'm going to just reach down and pull a bit. So there we go, that's rhubarb. This is on my plot here. It's a nice day today. And yeah, I'm going to pick some rhubarb. There you go, I just picked it. Let me spin that round now. So yeah, pick some rhubarb. Lovely. There you go, that's the end. You'll enjoy that.
So there we go. Thank you, Sean. Lovely looking rhbarb, I have to say. I like rhubarb.
Did you say that was how not to film it?
Yes, that was you know,
there was quite a lot of notes there.
Yes, so there's a lot of fumbling about with the camera. And trying to make it into a production, trying to show us too much.
Filming into the sun,
and a lot of snaking the camera about and all of that, which can give some people headaches when they watch this sort of thing. So we're trying to make it much simpler. So in other words, you just need to lock the camera off or hold the camera still like that. You turn it on, you do your piece, you turn it off, that's it. No editing, no music, no worrying about making it cut to here, cut to there, cut to the other, you know. And it's about you. So that was Sean showing us his rhubarb. Let's see if he can do it in a way that is a little easier for us to watch.
Hello Richard. It's that time of year again where it's time to harvest rhubarb, and the leaves of the rhubarb are actually poisonous, so whatever you do, throw them away, put them on the compost bin, or what I like to do is to put them back under the plant, and then all that goodness will then feed the rhubarb. I think I'm going to make a rhubarb crumble cake. and maybe some rhubarb juice, which is very beautiful with a bit of champagne. So to harvest it, I'm just putting my hand down the shaft and giving it a really good pull, like that, and then you can easily clean this up in the kitchen. But yes, it's the leaves. Leaves are poisonous. So my question to you is, what would you do if you had some rhubarb? There you go, catch.
Oh, cool, blimey. Thanks, Sean. Rhubarb, ladies and gentlemen. Where did they go?
Wait, don't move.
Don't move, don't move. Not moving. Ah, look at. Oh, that smells beautiful. Beautiful. All the way from Sean's allotment as well. Thank you so much, Sean. That is fantastic.
That is a chunky one. Look
It
at
is
that.
a chunky one. And I'm glad he didn't send me the leaves, because I don't know whether you're listening. They're poisonous.
They're poisonous.
Yeah, don't you poisonous point at me.
It could have been worse. Could have been this one.
Yeah, yes, bash him on the head with that. Doink.
There's your thumbnail.
Oh, yeah. Ah!
I
yeah.
just poked myself in the eye with a rhubarb.
Oh, nice. Now you know how I feel when I... so, ladies and gentlemen, so you see how easy
Aye,
that
aye.
was. It was just one locked off shot, put it on a tripod or put it on a stand or hold it and just do the piece, and that makes it easier. That way there's no music, we don't get a copyright strike, you get to show us your video, it stays on the channel, we don't have to delete it or mute it or any of that stuff, and we get to see you and what you get up to. So there we are. Tool Podge Rog says the second video was great. Easy. It's as simple as that. We don't need to make it difficult. And so that's what we are requesting from you for the future. And hopefully you'll find that easier to provide us with, and then we can share. And as people have often said, this is a lovely community. We've got some nice people. Okay, we are a bit barking.
A bit?
Yeah, you're a bit more madder than me, obviously.
Right.
Yeah, and you know, you can't always be as glamorous as me, but I know you try.
Very trying.
Very trying. But yeah, so there we are. So that's really that. We'll take your calls on any of your thoughts in a moment. I had a nice email from Bernie when he submitted tonight's, and he said I think your production request is too high, and he said he's going to take a step back. And so that was one of the things that made me think, you know, we may need to make this simpler so that more people can submit their videos
And feel that they can.
Yeah, and not feel left out. So most people have got a phone. You don't need to do the music, the editing. Anyway, we said it all now, so...
Sean is just pointing out that this is actually the very same rhubarb that he picked in the video.
It very is the same
You can
video.
tell, because I mean, that last one was the really chunky one.
Yeah. He did actually... He did actually send it. And he said, make sure you catch it today in a box, post box. It's got my address on it, so you can't see that, but...
Anywho,
There's a bit
I can highly recommend not to poke your eye with them.
Is it still hurting?
Actually stings.
Oh, blimey. We will go and douse it under a tap. I say we, I mean you.
Yeah.
Douse it under a tap. Meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, we do have some videos that have come in, and we were going to have a look at those. So Colonel Conrad says, does this mean you prefer not to have any music, even if it's copyright safe? For the time being, yes. We're going to try this out. I mean, people may say, you know what, I'm not going to bother, not going to send anything in, and it's entirely up to you. But just for the moment, I know some people get their music from copyright safe, but the thing is, even the copyright safe music sometimes comes in and we get a copyright. I get copyright strikes or issues even with on the Board Explorer, and I go from a production library. I spend £200 a year paying a license so I can use the music from a huge library of beautiful music, but every now and again one of them will get a question mark, and I still have to... the video
Goes through the routine of explaining, but I've paid for this.
I have to provide the license. You see, now, because you guys don't give me the license details when you send the video in, it then becomes too much of a risk. It's just not worth it, because this show only generates less than...
Red tape everywhere.
Yeah, the show generates less than £20 a month. So we do this for pence, you know, we do this for nothing, ties us up, and then if we've got to go and to do all that other rigmarole, it's just not fair. And we want to try and keep it
fair, darn it.
It's not fair. And, you know, Julia's very expensive. She's about 5p an hour. And I'm a little...
Don't tell everyone.
I know, I'm a little less. So that's it. Don't forget to include the @Vobes Show when you're chatting to us. Anyway, so that's that. We'll put the phone lines on. You can ring us up and give us your opinion, yay or nay, in favour. I want to hear your thoughts on that. But first of all, we'll have a look at one of the videos that have been sent in, and then we'll go to your calls. So let's find out who's in the video box tonight. And first of all, Stephen Agger is, you may remember, he told us that he did this very long walk, 10 miles or something, and he was absolutely knackered at the end of it. I'm not surprised. He went from Cocking, which is in Sussex, to Burton. Is that how you pronounce it? Burton. Along the South Downs Way. So let's find out how that worked out for him. And there we are. Golly, that seemed like a lot of places to go and visit. 11 miles, not surprised. Knackered. Glass of wine. You were probably legless, weren't you? Legless before you had the wine. Excellent. Well done. 11 miles. Whew. That's a lot. I'm certainly out of condition from walking because I've been doing so many videos at home and the weather hasn't been great for filming. So I need to get out. I'm hoping to get out and do some more legging up and walking about, but in possibly other counties. Yeah. Although I am reading a fantastic book at the moment, which is inspiring me to get out, to go back and explore Sussex in a different way. But I won't reveal that yet. The book was sent to me by a chap called Mark, and he'll know who he is, and he'll know the book, written in 1950 something. Fascinating, lovely, but you'd love it because it's about a horse. But I won't say any more than that. So fantastic. Anyway, the lines are open now, 0793 4746 790. If you want to give us a little ring and talk about what we've been talking about, that would be fantastic. Just make sure that we are not on silent, because I may well have been. Hang on, I've got to keep fiddling around with this phone. Here we go. Here is somebody.
A hello call.
Just bear with me, caller. I'm just trying to get... Why won't that come off silent? I don't know. Oh, because of this. There we go. Right. Hello, caller.
Good evening, Richard. Good evening, Julia.
Good evening. Hello, is that Steve?
It is, yes.
Lovely to hear your dulcet tone.
You're all right there?
Yeah, good, thank you. You?
It's all right. I'm in the bedroom because my wife, because she's watching in the conservatory. Otherwise, it gets a bit of the old echoey. You know what it's like.
Yeah, I know what it's like. Absolutely.
You don't want to hear yourself, do you?
No, I hear myself enough as it is. Thanks very much.
Yeah, I've got 3 cats. If you want, you know.
No. It's the responsibility. It's not that I don't like cats or even having a dog. You know, it's the responsibility of looking out. I got rid of my children. They're not under the floorboards, but. They are. So actually, whilst we're talking about the cats and the mice, Lord Jeffrey sent in this picture here to show what damage mice has done to his floorboards, to his carpet rather, not his floor. And
He's lucky that the wires haven't been chewed, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, the mouse is only in the kitchen as far as I can make out. My mouse. Yeah. And so. There's tiles, so the mouse can't chew the tiles, luckily. There's another thing. So he's eaten up all that lovely carpet. But I don't have lovely carpet, so it's not a bother. Anyway.
Yes, so, a great idea about what you're saying. Oh, yeah, I see it, yes. Yeah. Of course, it's a bit of damage, isn't it?
It is a bit, but what you need is a cat. So Lord Jeffrey needs your cats. That's how that works. So we've paired you up. Yes. So what do you think then of the video idea? Be interested in your thoughts. Yeah, I do
actually. It's a different approach. Obviously, everyone can have different things. I mean, I can do obviously some gardening ones because obviously everything's just sort of kicking off now with all my exotic stuff and other bedding plants now I'm just growing, and also got the sea as well just down the road. So. I think we need this bit of inspiration sort of thing. What's going on and that, don't we? Something to, it gives everyone could have different ideas. If it's either I don't know if they did banger racing or go on allotment or I don't know. They're
Well, everybody's individual, aren't they? Everybody does their own thing. And I think rather than seeing the camera always pointing away from the person, and it's just showing the scenery and all of that, which is very nice, and we've been doing that for the last few years. But I think it would be nice if the camera's turned on the person, so they are because you guys see us all the time, but it would be lovely to put faces to the names. So like we saw with Sean, there he is with his rhubarb, and he was picking them out and giving us, a little bit of tips in that case. But you don't have to be
good idea.
You don't have to be an expert. You can just be saying, today I'm washing up, and look, this cup has got really stained. Does anybody know how to get rid of stains at the bottom of a cup? They may be a question.
Elbow grease.
Elbow
I think,
grease.
hopefully, a few people will obviously come up with some unusual, quirky things they do, because obviously, some people might think that something they're doing is not very good, but actually it's quite funny and it's quite interesting.
Well, yeah, exactly. So we don't want long-winded, we want lots of short ones where we just get...
Under 2 minutes?
Yeah, under 2 minutes, where you're just simply going, you're telling us about an unusual thing that happened in the day, or something that you've sent off for, or a question on how do I do such and such, or I was reading this book, I'd love to recommend it, or there's this fantastic YouTube channel I've watched, or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be a production. We're just trying to make life really easy, but we want to bring this community not less, but out of the chat room and onto the screen, because there's lots of people who don't watch it live, but they hear us talk about people, and it would be lovely to see them. So it would be great to see you, Steve, saying, I'm in my garden, here we go, I'm in my garden and I've just planted a cactus. And they're very difficult to plant because of the prickles. And also it's the wrong season for cactuses and we haven't got the weather. But either way, I wonder if this is the right... Does anyone else grow cactuses? I'd love to know. Anyway, that's me, Steve, in East Preston. See you next time. Bang. There it is.
Well, yeah, because I grow exotic plants as well, you see.
Well, there we are. I mean, I thought cactus was fairly exotic. It's exotic to me, but you may grow... You grow acers and things.
Well, no, not so much acers, more bananas,
Oh, right, there we go. He's growing bananas.
I grew about 40 last year.
I'm going bananas, you're growing bananas. Perfect. So, we'd love to see a video where you hold up the pot with a banana in it and say, I planted a banana, let's see what happens.
I mean, I actually give them away most of the time. I don't sell them, but,
Do you get the fruit? Do you get the fruit of the banana?
Not really. No, you have. I mean, they're not proper. They're not your Cavendish ones that you buy in the supermarket, because they're actually, these ones you have to get the heat and stuff. And these ones are not really edible ones.
Right, non-edible banana trees.
Well, no,
but do they look nice?
Oh yeah. I mean, they can go up to about 15, 20 foot high. They can.
Right.
Oh, they're better down here because you don't get the so much of a frost down here so much, and you get the sea salt that obviously waters down the air, if you know what I'm saying. Inland obviously it's a lot hard. Obviously the further inland you go, you get more of the frost, but obviously it's like Cornwall, they don't get the frost down there much, so that they have all these really exotic plants down there all the year round, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
It's like my tree ferns, I still have to put blankets around at night time to keep them warm.
Well, and pillows and a hot water bottle and a little teddy bear, I imagine. I mean, you do look after your plants. It's a well-known thing that Steve looks after his plants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Julia does gardening as well, don't you, Julia?
She does?
Yeah, a little.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, so anyway, basically you're saying you're endorsing the idea that it's a great idea. And
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
It'd be lovely to see more people.
It sounds like Alison O'Brien's going to give it a go and try and get one of her and her guinea pigs.
Fantastic. There we
That
are.
would be lovely.
All the things you've done have been good. I mean, I know you've had a few people that have, moaned and everything else and that.
We all moan. I moan. You should hear me moaning on the Naked Englishman.
All your different things you do, like your walks and your all your little funny things and stuff. I mean, I think it's all good all round stuff, you spread it around a bit, so it's a bit of everything, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely. Well, I like to try new things. People don't always like change, but sometimes if we didn't change, we'd still be in the Stone Age. Now, admittedly, sometimes I wish we still were, but
some of the thing we don't see, because I know you're very good at it, is your mime artist stuff.
Ah, yes, that's true. Well, you may see some more of that in the future, funnily enough.
Yeah, because you don't really show that off very well. You haven't done much, have you?
No. There's a video coming out tomorrow. There's a little bit of mime in there, but
okay.
So there you go.
Nuggets Van Life says he's grown cactus from seed very slow.
I bet it is very slow from seed. Blimey, I was thinking if your camera's only got a macro lens, then at least you could do something with bonsai. You could show little trees. It'd be lovely. I mean, I don't know if Chris Ivad is out there, but he often sends in these videos where he's playing his music. That's
Chris Navard.
Chris Navard, is that what did I say?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Said something, and it'd be lovely because he does all these models. It'd be lovely to see him talking about his models and how he does. Because everybody does something, don't they? Even if they get out of bed and they watch the telly and go back into bed, they've done something. When we want to know about it, we're a bit nosy. Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, anyway, I'll see you both. You take care. Speak to you soon.
Yeah, take care. Look after yourself.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
See you
Bye.
both. Bye.
There we go. That's Steve Mitchell in East Preston saying it's a great idea. So that could be good. Right, we're going to watch another of the videos. So these are going to be the last of the type of videos that we've been having. And fingers crossed, as you say, Alison O'Brien is going to send in one with her guinea pigs. That sounds fantastic. So let's have a look what else is in the video box today. Muddy Boots, as this is Martin and Emma, have taken Poppy and Daisy to, oh golly, it's a Welsh place. Is it Front Casulti? It's like Pont Casulti, but with an F.
Font Casulta.
Never heard of it.
Oh, me neither.
So let's have a look. Lovely part of the world. A place that I'd like to go on a narrowboat. And being close to it. I've done some filming at the Pont Casolti many years ago when I did Abandoned Canal video and filmed the bridge, the Telford Bridge across. Fascinating bridge.
I love that branch of the canal, the Llangollen.
You've been on it, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pont Casolti is particularly lovely.
Absolutely. So thank you very much, Martin and Emma. Very nice. And, of course, lovely to see Poppy and Daisy. We have a phone call. Let's find out who that is. Thank you very much for calling in. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hello, it's Daniel.
Hello, Daniel.
Hello, Daniel.
How are you?
Hi, Julia. I'm all right, thank you.
Excellent. So how's tricks in your world? We haven't heard from you for a long time.
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, not too bad.
Oh, good. Because, I mean, I know sometimes you sound a bit down, and we don't like that. Sometimes, we try to keep the show light. I know we're a bit navel-gazing on today's show, but we try to keep the show light. But it's lovely to hear from you.
Yeah, not even me too. Thank you.
So, what do you think, then, of the video idea?
Yeah, I might have a problem with that because my camera's a bit blurry and I can't get rid of it, so I might have to get a camera somewhere.
What about your phone?
I think that's what I meant.
Oh, is that
your
what you mean?
phone
The
camera.
Yeah, my phone
camera.
My phone camera's not good at all. So
No, well,
Maybe splash out yourself on your phone.
Yeah.
Two birds, one
yeah,
stone.
I know, but that's it. When you're on benefits, it's hard.
It's-
No, I
it's
completely
true.
understand that.
Although I have to say, my phone, I haven't bought a new phone for ages. The phone I've got is a second-hand one.
Oh, okay.
And they're really good.
You can get some good second-hand handsets off the internet.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
from the internet. There we go.
Off the internet. not
Off the
phone.
internet,
Not what I
yes.
said, mate.
I couldn't afford to buy a new phone because I don't need the camera part of it, really. I just want a phone that will because I've got cameras, That's the funny thing,
Yeah.
isn't it? I've actually got cameras. But I understand. But these days, phones do everything apart from make your toast and fry an egg.
Yeah, they do that. No.
Yeah,
No,
which-
not to my knowledge.
No, exactly. But
It would be interesting.
It would be
I
interesting.
think it'd be called a robot.
Yeah. Although,
Yeah,
if you
no
could, I mean, I've got one of those immersion hubs. No, induction
Induction
hob, which is
Hob.
which is a glass top, and then I don't know how it works, but you put your pan on the top.
It's
and
magic.
It's magic, and you think,
Magic.
well, a phone's got a glass top, hasn't it? If only you could put, your pan on there, and it would boil an egg for you. It'd be lovely.
Or just keep your tea warm on it.
Exactly. I
It's
can't.
easier, isn't it? Yeah.
Life would be
Yeah.
so much easier.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be good. So, but you see, what I want to try and encourage, and I know some people are saying in the chat, "Oh, well, I'm not going to do it because I don't want my face on the picture," and I understand that some people don't. But we want to try and build the community stronger, and I think that some people won't like it. I realise that. So, other people who think, do you know what? I can't go out and make a video and cut to this and cut to that and find music, and I'm nervous, everyone's going to have a moment. Whereas if the camera is just simply pointing at them and they say, "Hello, today I made a cup of tea," and they sent that in, it would still be interesting. Because people like people. Mm-hmm. And people are interested. I want to see people's faces. I want to see people talking. I want to hear their voices. So even if it's short, we can say, "I wonder what Daniel was up to today." And out comes a video that says, "Well, today I've been doing this. I went and had a walk down the pier." You don't even have to go there. You could be sitting in your bedroom and be
Just
doing
talking about it.
just talking about it. It saves.
Yeah.
It gives us a minute to sort of reconvene, and then it also, you could ask a question. So you could send in, say, "Richard and Julia, here's a question for you. What's your favourite type of ice cream?" That may be the video. We play it in, then we go, "Oh, that's interesting. Well, what's your favourite?" "Well, I like Tutti Frutti, and I like Fruity Tutti." Exactly.
Tutti.
Yeah. So,
I know what you mean.
so I think it will elicit more debate, more interest than. I mean, we've done the views and pieces to music and all of that for ages, and we appreciate everybody who's gone through the hoops and done that.
Yeah.
But it would be nice to spice up the show a little bit with something different.
Yeah. Nice to try something different, isn't it?
Otherwise,
try it out,
to be honest,
right.
it gets a bit stale, and then I just think, what's the point of doing this where's the interest for Julia and I to do this if everybody basically is sending us videos that they then put on their YouTube channel?
Exactly.
It's like they may as well just get, they may as well set up their own channel and get people to watch it over there. It just seems.
That being said, I know Lynn B. I think Bernie suggested that you do start your own channel. I would highly recommend it because you've really gotten into making them. Everyone loves to see them. We would all love to see them. So please, even if you're not going to send them into the show, please continue doing your videos.
Yeah, don't give
please
up
share
just
them. Don't stop just because of this. So.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to develop the show so it's more interactive and we see more of the viewers rather than a showcase of other people's work.
Yeah, fair enough.
Sorry, Seabird. I know he's just said, I think this is the wrong approach, Richard. We have such lovely videos from Linby and Station Master. This is such a great shame. Wrong approach. Sorry, Seabird, but it is Richard's show. And, this isn't where we were aiming to go with the videos when we first started them up. So, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Things do change.
It's, as I say, I can't really say any more than I want to make the show more of a community where we interact with one another rather than a showcase of other people, because those people who do those videos, who send them in, they're lovely. And they can set up their own YouTube channel and people can go and watch them. That's great.
We'll continue to say, go check out so-and-so's channel.
And you can come on, so Lynn could come on and say, today I've been working on a video where we went to the wherever and we took the dog and we did this and we did that and all that. And it was really nice and you can check it out on our YouTube channel. And we go, great, that's fantastic. Thanks very much. It's a bit of free publicity for the channel and you could then monetize it and get a little bit of pin money, which these days, putting diesel in the car is something that everybody needs to do.
Yeah.
So it may not work. People may say, do you know what, we're going to snub the Vobes Show because you've entertained us for all this while, but now you've changed it, we're going to snub it, we don't want anything more to do with it. And that's entirely up to other people. I mean,
it's a prerogative,
we've worked for nothing on this show, and because we're changing something, I know people don't like change and they get the hump very easily and go, oh, well, that's it, I'm not going to do it then. And that's a shame because we're not here just to, as I say, be a showcase for everybody else. That's not the purpose of the show. It's an entertainment show. And I want to try I appreciate you agreeing.
Emily,
I do agree, I enjoy your show and stuff like that. So, I'm in agreement with all you just said, so, yeah.
Thank you very much. Sorry, you were going to say, Julia.
I was going to say that Emily Champion says, I love seeing everyday life. That's the sort of videos I watch every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a snapshot of as I say, because people like people. We're nosy. I want to know what Daniel gets up to and what he thinks about such and such. I mean, it can be a piece in which you have a rant about something, as long as it's not swearing or inciting violence or anything.
I do swear sometimes, but then I won't do it on the show.
No, but I mean,
it's a bad thing.
When you've been down and what have you, sometimes it's good just to share. I've been feeling a bit low today, but actually the Vobes Show's cheered me up and I've got through the evening and I feel a lot better. Or it may be, this is what it's like. As you say, you said you were on benefits, which can't be easy. So it would be interesting. It would be interesting to learn, so that other people get to understand. What's it like. I would find that fascinating if you were to say, look, this is what it is. I've got this much money, so this is how I spend it. Obviously, we don't want a depressed, down in the dumps thing. It's got to be light, but it's informative. Would be lovely. To say, okay, this is how I get through my day. This is what I do. I've been looking for work here, but it's a bit, unfortunately, and all that.
As Bernie is pointing out, we can still show our video snippets on the FB group, so that's not so bad.
Yeah, of course. And the Bald Explorer Facebook group is a great place for that landscape walking type videos. It's perfect. I'm just developing this, so I know people are vocal and they all change. No, I can't do it. But we've been trying to entertain people, but I just feel that it's time to change. Just shake it up a bit. I know people hate change.
Yeah, they do. What can you do?
What can you do? But if we have to change from time to time, if it doesn't work, and we give it 6 months, and it's really rubbish, we may change it again. But
Exactly. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
there was a time where we didn't get phone calls, and it's lovely to hear you, for example, ringing
Yes,
in.
marvellous to hear your voice, Daniel. We don't hear it enough.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Yeah.
I think the last time, I think
Not
actually,
myself really. So
no, unfortunately, that's it does happen, doesn't it? But
There we are.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
think
we've got one more video, so we better play that in.
Yeah. Okay.
But do call again, Daniel.
Yeah, I will do.
Fantastic. And if you can get your phone fixed or borrow a phone or something, it would be lovely to see a little piece of.
Give that sort out and see what I can do.
Yeah, good man. Good man.
Yeah.
All right, you
All
take
right.
care. Look after yourself.
take it lovely.
Thanks, Richard. Thanks, Julia.
Chin up, darling.
Chin
for
up.
now.
Bye
Yeah.
for now.
Bye.
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 So there we go. That's it. I know it. Oh, I've unplugged the phone because we can't take any more calls at the moment. So.
Oh, that's a lovely message. Brian Jeffrey says, I watched the Vobes Show to watch Richard and Julia. The videos are just a bonus. That's really sweet. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. Right, so let's go to our last video then, and it's no particular order, but it happens to be Bernie in Inverness. I've never been to Inverness. Have you been to Inverness?
I don't think I have, actually.
No, it's right up there in Scotland, funnily enough. So let's nip into the old
Video box.
and take it away, Bernie.
I do apologise about the wind. It would get up after the wind muffs have fallen off. You might be able to... This bouncing up and down is not due to me for a change. I'm on a suspension bridge in the middle of the River Ness in Inverness. And as soon as people walk on it, it starts to shake like anything. I'm looking down now towards Inverness Castle. It is not as old as you may think and dates back to about 1835. And it's now a judicial and administrative centre. Now we'll have a look at the other side of the bridge, see what we can see there. There's an old church now in use as a funeral parlour. There's two more churches here, both in prominent positions. But, that one there, look. And you'll see the design of the ends of the bridge either side. And that now I think concludes my visit to the River Ness. We're going to see what else I can find. My normal kind of walking entry is impossible here. So we'll just take a look at those buildings over the road. You notice the intricate designs at the top there. Murals. There's another one. The Rough Street. Excuse me. Boundary and Engineering Company. There we are. Now that is something I did not expect to find here. Interesting. There goes the 12:49 service to Aberdeen. Unfortunately, you don't get the real benefit of the sound of the engines and that. But there's still places in this country where you can see an HST.
I'm sure I've got somewhere in this software the ability to take out wind noise, but can't find it yet. But that's one of the good things about this hobby. You learn new things all the time, so I'll keep trying. We're down back at the banks of the River Ness now, waiting for the coach to take us back to Strathpeffer. But I just thought I'd take a look at this. I have a feeling that this particular thing isn't that old, this wind. I assume it's a wind vane on top, but it doesn't look as though it's particularly movable to me. But it shone so brightly, I actually wondered whether it was actually solid gold or not. My word though, wouldn't it be worth a small fortune if it was? Anyway, that concludes an all too brief look at Inverness. Again, sorry about the wind noise, but can't have everything all the time.
Lovely jubbly. Thank you, Bernie. Another fine one.
And the wind is something that, you know, we all have to forgive because it is very difficult. And even in the new style videos, if it's windy, you know, it's a tough one.
And you never have to miss a single Bernie video, because all you have to do is go to Bernie's channel, which is Station Master's Choice Walkumentaries and more. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button and all of that, and the little bell button. And you'll never miss a thing.
You'll never miss one, which is
Easy.
Fantastic. And that's the beauty of the Tube of Views. Lynn B says, it was nice to hear this. Lynn, very much appreciate that she says, and I've lost it.
It's down a bit.
Down a bit.
Down a bit. There it is. Richard and I are not going to snub the show. We really enjoy it. And I can actually see why you want to change. And it would be nice to see everyone sort of meet them. Yes, I do get it.
And what we do hope with the Bald Explorer and the Vobes Show is that we'll have, for those that can and have the ability to travel locally, have a meet-up later on in the year. We're going to re-get the Bald Explorer walks, and also the we'll do a Vobes Show and
a Vobes
Bald
Show
Explorer meet-up. And it would be great for those that can, because, and again, the videos is a way of us introducing one another. You know who we are, and we will keep entertaining you as much as we can. But it's just lovely to see. They haven't got to be dramatic. They haven't got to be over the top. It's just that they can be as short as you like. Hi, it's so-and-so here, and I'm just drinking a cup of tea. I like it warm and brown. How do you like yours? Simple as that. And it doesn't need to be anything more and special. Just needs to be you. And that's all we are.
That's all we want.
And so that's really what we're going to give it a whirl. So bear in mind, next week, Monday show, and then a Friday show. Midweek show is not happening now, but if it does come back, we'll let you know. We may do the odd special if Ricky can come in and do a show. He can't do Mondays and Fridays because he works, so he might be able to squeeze one in, but we'll try and give you as much notice as possible. Sorry to keep you. We've overran the time. But thank you very much for all your comments. Thank you very much for your suggestions. Thanks to the callers who've called in. It's brilliant. And I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Julia and I go off in search of whimsy in the Bald Explorer tomorrow. But we'll leave you to guess what that might mean. And thank you, Julia.
Thank you, Rich.
Thank you, Judith. And thank you, Sean, for chivying everybody along and making sure everything's all going well.
And for wielding your big blue hammers? No, spanners.
Spanners and hammers and
Spanners.
Yeah, whatever they are. And have a great weekend. Till next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now. Bye.
Purple hands. Ah.
Ooh.